Hello, it's 2026 and another video. Short discussion about One Piece in 2026, and in particular the topic I thought of today was where do I want to see Luffy and his crew go power-wise this year. And for Luffy, to narrow down our captain in the first part, is like really what do I want to see power-wise from him this year? Like, do I want to see more Devil Fruit powers explored? Yes. At first I would have said no, but actually, yeah. Because the matter of fact is, Luffy has the Nika Fruit, and up until this point in the story, he is not aware of the fact that he has the Nika Fruit. So even with this awakening of the fruit, he doesn't know it's the Nika fruit, he still thinks it's the Gum Gum fruit. But the powers the fruit basically has, it makes you into a rubber man at first, okay. So that is actually a thing it does. But the way it's described power-wise is, it makes you free. You can do whatever you want, and we see that with his awakening. Like, Luffy is turning everything, not just himself, but everything around him into a cartoon. Like, people have popping out eyes like in a cartoon. And that's his Luffy is doing. Like, he is doing that. So where I would want him to go power-wise with that is become more mindful of that, become aware of that. Because in his Gear 5th freedom state right now, he's laughing all the time and is ecstatic, but he loses a bit of like this calm control over his fruit because he is so ecstatic he can't keep control. So I would like him to get better at actually controlling his fruit and becoming mindful and maybe even knowledgeable about what his fruit actually is. Like, maybe we could have someone actually explain to Luffy, yeah, it's not the Gum Gum Nami, it is the Nika fruit. Who would that one be? I think Shanks would fit that role. Like, Shanks probably knows it's the Nika fruit. Shanks is the person that got the fruit in the first place, that stole it from the world government. I think Shanks knows that Luffy ate the Nika fruit. I don't think Shanks thought all these years, oh, it's just the Gum Gum fruit. So Shanks must have knowledge of the fruit and its powers. So he would be a fitting person to teach Luffy a bit about it. And I would like to see that this year. Why I didn't initially think about the fruit and fruit's powers is because one thing I need Luffy to become more mindful is using Conqueror's Haki coding. Like, we had the entire fight on Egghead Island assuming Luffy was using Conqueror's Haki coding against the Gorosei. And now on Elbaf we have Skabogaban going out and telling Luffy, be mindful of how you use Conqueror's Haki coding. Does that mean he wasn't mindful about that before? Like, he learned this new technique, learned that it's the most powerful technique he has in his fight against Kaido, and after that kind of forgot about it. Did he? Or did he not? Maybe he used Conqueror's Haki coding against the Gorosei, but it wasn't enough or not precise enough. So what I would like is yet another Haki improvement. It is the power system of One Piece. Like, Haki trumps all. So obviously Luffy needs to have the strongest and best controlled Haki of anyone. Okay, so one, he needs to be more mindful and precise of the use of this fruit, and become maybe aware of what his fruit is, maybe be taught by Shanks. Two, he needs to train Haki, which Shanks would also be an incredibly good teacher, because we all know Shanks is Haki man. the strongest haki wielder of them all, has future sights and conquers haki. And yeah, so I guess we're about to have like our Luffy Shanks meeting at some point in this year, hopefully. Maybe not. Maybe next year. But yeah, that's really where I would like Luffy to grow, to be able to fight Imu, the God's Knights, and the Gorosei more effectively. Same goes, not same, but haki-wise, similar things go for Zorro and Sanji. So haki-wise, we have the confirmation Zorro has Conqueror's haki. Sanji doesn't, as of now. Sanji hasn't exhibited Conqueror's haki in the story at all so far. And Gaban told us as much, really. Putting the debate Zorro versus Sanji really to rest. Zorro is stronger. Suck it, Sanji fans. No, not entirely. I think Conqueror's haki for Sanji is not off the table. It is something he might obtain or might not obtain. Like, it's kinda this one thing, you have to be born with it or something. Like there is conquerors, it's not really something you can entirely learn. So maybe Sanji just ain't a conqueror, even though he's a prince. Which again would lend into it. Hey, he is of royal family, so why wouldn't he have conqueror's haki? So counter argument really. So yeah, Zorro needs to get better with conqueror's haki coding and forge his own sword into a black blade. So we know about black blades. Blades can be made black with armament haki, temporarily. But what if we have like conqueror's haki coding into a blade for a long enough time, turns the blade black permanently? Because we know there's blades that have been turned into black blades permanently, like Chusui. So I would like Zorro to turn his white katana he puts in his mouth always into a black blade above all of his other katanas. Because that's the sword Zorro had from the beginning of the story, and that's the sword he's gonna have in the end of the story. Like, he might switch one out of the other two. He might even switch out Odin's sword. I don't think so though. But it's still a possibility. But this one sword really is Zorro's sword because he got it from Kuina. After Kuina passed, Kuina's father passed on the sword to Zorro. So basically, it's like passed down to him, and more important than any other sword. Yeah. But yeah, Sanji, Conqueror's haki. Should Sanji get Conqueror's haki? Not this year, I don't think. Maybe a little bit this year, actually. Yeah. A little bit of Conqueror's haki for Sanji this year. That would be neat. And more so, I need Sanji to like really fight strong opponents and stay on a level where he is relevant as a wing of the Pirate King. So I need really Sanji needs to be on roughly the same level as Zorro still, which he is right now, I would argue. Like, he just fought Kizaru on a egghead. He fought him off. No sweat off his brow. His very, very curly brow. That's where he needs to be. Okay. Who's next? My favorite Straw Hat, Usopp. It's not my favorite. My favorite is Zorro. Okay. I lied. But it's a close second, man. Usopp, I really like him. And people A lot of people hate Usopp because he is a coward. But quote a great dead musician, the courage of the coward is greater than all of the others. What I need for Usopp this year, more so than he already showed it last year, is be courageous. To stand tall and fight, which he has done in the story over and over again. Like, people like hone in on Usopp's gag part where he's like, oh, I can't go onto this island disease. But they forget that even after he does that, he still goes onto the island. He still goes and fights enemies that are perceivably way stronger than him. He fucking took a headbutt from Ulti with armament haki enhanced, and Ulti being a dinosaur type in a hybrid form, where her fucking head is way stronger. Like, what normal human survives that without having armament haki themselves? So, yes, I would like Usopp to learn armament haki. He does have observation haki and used it before, but he doesn't practice it mindfully. So, for a training out for Usopp, what I would need would be practice in armament and observation haki. Observation haki he already does possess, but he doesn't use it actively, mindfully. It's only like in high tension situations where he basically gets to use it, just like Luffy used Conqueror's haki in the earlier arcs without being aware of it. So Usopp needs to become aware of it and practice it. He has people around him that obtain this knowledge and are capable of teaching him. Right now we are in a bit of a battle, so there's not really time for a training arc. But once this battle is over, I think it's time is due that Usopp learns. Nami is different. At this point, Nami is a Pokemon trainer, having her most powerful attack being a ex-homie of Big Mom in Zeus. So, yeah. Nami's always been about fighting clever, just like Usopp also has been, and I still want Usopp to continue with that. Don't get me wrong, only because he gets haki doesn't mean he won't fight in his own clever way. Like haki-infused bullets or haki-infused plants. Man, we really need him to up his game to be ready for endgame. Nami, I don't see the haki angle as much. I actually think Nami is weaker than Usopp on her own by a lot. With Zeus, she is stronger than Usopp. So, yeah, but he doesn't have a way to get like another support pet and another support animal like Zeus. So, where to go from there? Good question. I don't really know. Nami, I'm a bit baffled. Like, observation haki would be good for her because she's like the thief character and like fighting in a way that you just don't get hit and trick your enemy. That's her fighting style. So yeah, I think observation haki would be something she really needs to avoid attacks and to be better able to trick her enemies. Yeah, I think observation haki is something Nami needs to learn in the certainly upcoming training arc where all of the Straw Hats train, not only Luffy. Robin. No, Robin needs armament haki. Flat up. Like, none of the swords below Sanji I even consider Conqueror's haki, by the way. That's out of the question for any of them other than the top 3. Robin needs armament haki. The way she fights is with her appendages, and reinforcing these giant appendages with armament haki is gonna give it more of a punch, ergo a real upgrade. So yeah, she really is more of a bruiser than a sneak fight type, which is funny because you wouldn't think so, but that's how it is. So yeah, I think Robin is due to learn armament haki, and she would profit a lot from that upgrade. Not really against God Knights and their regeneration, because we learned that's only can be done with Conqueror's haki. But I mean, a punch in the face is still a punch in the face, man. That's gotta hurt, man. Like, it's the mental damage that counts in the end. You're not gonna kill them, but you're dealing some mental damage. Brook. Oh, Brook. Brook came in really strong in Thriller Bark. Like, I think he was at a power level in Thriller Bark close to Luffy, Sanji and Zorro. He was below them, like he couldn't beat his own shadow, Zorro could, but he was close. And then the time skip came, and he got some new powers and really cool powers from his devil fruit, and I loved them. But I think the gap grew between the top 2 and Brook. So right now I have Sanji without Conqueror's haki. I guess if Sanji gets Conqueror's haki, we need Brook to get to the point where Sanji is right now without Conqueror's haki, strength-wise in scaling. So yeah, Brook, I think he already knows how to use armament haki. I'm not quite certain of that right now. I would need to double check. But I think he knows armament haki. And I think he knows some observation haki. But yeah, getting better with those still won't hurt. But what I really want is some more devil fruit based powers for Brook. I want to go into more of the music powers for him. Like, we haven't seen him use his violin a lot anymore in fights. Like, he used to play songs and like put like riffraff soldiers to sleep. I want to see him attack someone with this music. I want to see him hurt someone's soul with music. He's the soul king. I need him to play like a tragic song on a violin and hurt someone's soul by that. Like one of the God's Knights. They can't be hurt, but they can maybe be touched by music. So that's not like just another haki user. That's somewhere to go with like the devil fruit he has, because he has the underworld devil fruit. And he can touch people's souls. That's why he was so able to attack the homies of Big Mom, because he could see their souls. So I want Brook to attack, instead of attacking the God's Knights on the physical body where they are invincible. I want him to attack their souls and hurt them real bad with it. So yeah, Brook, I want to hone his devil fruit powers really strong. Also get better with haki, but it's like besides the point. He already, I think, is at a point that's fine. Doesn't need to be emphasized anymore. Then we have Jinbei. Jinbei is like the old man. And he Is at a point like an old dog doesn't learn new tricks. I am strong, but that's how strong I get, kind of vibe I get from him. So I don't really expect Jinbei to grow that much anymore. But what I would like him to practice with is just get better at his fishman karate. I think fishman karate is cool. Get more use out of it. Yeah. That I guess is where his growth still lies. Like just get better at karate, man. Get that black belt. Or the double black belt. Yeah. Last but not least, Frankie. Oh no, a part of disappointment for me with One Piece in the last year with Egghead Island was we didn't really get to see any Frankie upgrades he got from Egghead Island, like the Island of Future, Vegapunk, the smartest man in the world. Like Frankie's entirety time of this time skip was spent in a lab of Vegapunk, researching his invention and enhancing his body accordingly. So I don't see Frankie's enhancement with Haki or anything else, but more cybernetic enhancements. Frankie is a cyborg, and that's very cool. So we need some better enhanced cybernetic enhancements. We still have a Vegapunk with the crew at the moment right now. I don't think it's too late. I need at least like a few panels where it's confirmed, yeah, that Frankie is working on enhancing his body with Vegapunk, with Lilith. And I think that would be where I want to see Frankie go in this year. Just catch up to what we missed out on previously, or what we just didn't have the time to show yet. So yeah, more cybernetic enhancements, better lasers, stronger lasers, more focused lasers. More focus is stronger, so Vegapunk helping Frankie like, oh yeah, you did well here, but the laser is a bit unfocused. Yeah, I can see it. That way Frankie would also get stronger, and it would make sense in the story. Really, most for him. And that's about it. I forgot Chopper. I said that's about it, but I didn't mention Chopper yet. Did I? Okay. Skiball. Chopper. Chopper is a weird one. Like, with the 3 Rumble Wars, pre-time skip, Chopper was an absolute beast, an absolute monster. Unstoppable. Like, the mode where he lost control over himself and was just attacking everyone, he was strong. Like, maybe stronger than Luffy at that point, in that mode. But he couldn't control himself, so he was just attacking everyone. So it was like a trade-off. Then past the time skip, we get this giant form of Chopper, but he can control it. But it feels like as a trade-off, it got nerfed. Like, what's that all about? And Chopper himself is like the youngest Rawhead, and he's very timid and scared as well. Like, just as much as Usopp, if not even more so, I would say, because Chopper can now turn into this giant monster. Usopp can't do that. Chopper can. And he's still scared. I need Chopper to grow mentally this year. He's the youngest Rawhead, so it makes sense for him to like just mature a bit eventually. And yeah, that's what I want to see from Chopper. And besides that, medical enhancement. He has the Rumble Balls. We had the Rumble Balls for a long time. And he gave Rumble Balls to Beppo, which made Beppo able to use Sulong outside of a full moon. Very cool. Very cool inclusion. So Chopper is helping other people dope. Very, very cool. Yeah, I want him to work on his medical enhancement of himself. But you know what? We have a second zone fruit on the crew. But no one is aware of that yet. Luffy is a zone fruit. What happens if Luffy takes a rumble ball? Interesting question. We need to see this. And we need Chopper to actually work on this with Luffy together. Like enhancing both their powers. So yeah, Luffy's Devil Fruit enhancement might come close in with Chopper as well. Yeah. Something I would like to see. And also him to mature and grow more brave, just like Usopp. Both of them very cowardly. Being a coward is not a bad thing. Not overcoming one's cowardness is a bad thing. And both of them have done so in several occasions. Like, I think Usopp and Chopper are the bravest members of the crew because they're the biggest cowards as well. Like Zorro is a fucking madman. But him charging at an enemy and Usopp charging at an enemy is not the same amount of braveness. Zorro knows he's strong and is confident in how strong he is. Usopp is strong to a point, but thinks he's very weak. So him charging at an enemy needs way more courage. So yeah, it means more. To me at least. That's how I see it. And now, I didn't forget any Straw Hat anymore. Right? Yeah, I think we got them all. Unless we get a new Straw Hat. Then we need to discuss them too. Anyway, until then, have a good one. Bye bye.